Good morning. I am Beverly Priefer. I'm the Acting Director for Research and Evidence-Based Practice Programs in the Office of Nursing Services at the Veterans Health Administration in Washington. I am a field-based employee, so I'm physically located in Madison, Wisconsin. So just a brief overview of the VA. The VA is the largest healthcare system in the country. About 8.9 million veterans receive care in the VA. We have 151 medical centers, 135 community living centers, and over 950 outpatient clinics. The VA also employs the largest nursing workforce in the country. Over 64,000 nurses work in a variety of settings. 53% of those nurses have bachelor's degrees, and about 25% have master's or doctoral degrees. The work of the VA has been described as a three-legged stool, and those three legs being, of course, clinical work. Education, we educate hundreds of students and residents every year in the many VA facilities, and also research. And former Secretary James Peake described the VA research program as the foundation for advancements in veterans' health care and represents the promise for veterans of a better life. The VA is currently undergoing some changes, but one thing that remains strong is the commitment to research. And last fall, the VA healthcare system rolled out what's called the Blueprint for Excellence, and as part of the Blueprint for Excellence, there are 10 strategies. And strategy number 7 is that the VA will lead the nation in research and treatment of military service-related conditions. So in 2014, the total research funding for the VA was over $1.8 billion. And after NIH, the VA is the largest funding entity for research, for healthcare research, that is. So we have about 3,000 investigators who are involved in over 2,000 research studies, and these are being conducted at over 100 different sites. Many nurse scientists are funded by the VA, some in this room today, and they're conducting research on a variety of veteran-centric topics. And so these are just a list of some of the research studies that are going on, conducted by nurse scientists. And I'm just going to highlight Dr. Jill Borman's implementation of the Montrum repetition program has demonstrated that Montrum practice improves mindful attention, significantly improves overall psychological well-being in veterans with PTSD, and decreases symptom severity. Veterans have described this, veterans with PTSD have described this Montrum repetition program as basically a pause button for the mind. And this Montrum repetition program has also been used for VA employees and has reduced stress by about 30%. So within the VA, there is an Office of Research Development, and within the Office of Research Development, there are 4 services: biomedical laboratory research, clinical science research, health services research, and rehabilitation research. And the VA research opportunities for nurses cut across these various services. This is a list of the different research opportunities, and I'll just highlight a couple of these. One opportunity for nurse scientists is the Nursing Research Initiative, otherwise known as the NRI. This is a mentored award for new investigators or for investigators new to the VA. And the purpose is really to build skills, to build research skills, and to develop independent researchers. The areas of research have to be veteran-specific or veteran-centric. And there are 2 types of the NRI. The first is an NRI pilot, which funds up to $100,000, not to exceed 2 years. And the second type of NRI is a full NRI, which funds up to $1.1 million for up to 4 years. Okay. And these are similar to NIH's K01, K21, or K99 awards. A second type of award, which is also a mentored award, is for training junior scientists. And this is the Career Development Award, or CDA, again, equivalent to the NIH's K-22 to 24 awards. And the purpose of the Career Development Award is to attract, develop, and retain individuals as long-term research scientists within the VA. And so these awards are 4 to 5 years, and they we have several nurses who have received these awards and who are currently receiving these awards. The CDA prepares then a nurse scientist to submit an independent investigator award in the VA, otherwise known as a merit award, which is comparable to NIH R01. Okay. The VA not only funds nurse scientists, but helps to prepare nurse scientists to have successful proposals. And so one avenue is that we do have a nurse fellowship program. This is a postdoctoral fellowship program that is sponsored by the Office of Academic Affiliations. And we also have a couple other fellowships. So nurses can apply for a postdoctorate fellowship in HSR&D research at one of our many HSR&D centers, or they can apply for a postdoc fellowship in our geriatric research and clinical education centers, which are also known as GRECs. We also have a VA Quality Scholars Program, which is an interprofessional program for physicians and nurses. This is, and I also mentioned the Nurse Fellowship Program. One other thing I wanted to mention in terms of helping to prepare nurses, in addition to these fellowship programs, the Office of Nursing Services also hosts every year a grant development or a grant proposal workshop. It's a 2.5-day workshop where we bring about 12 nurse scientists together. They are asked to bring a draft proposal to the workshop, and then they hear some formal lecture content from senior nurse research scientists, and then also have an opportunity to spend several hours kind of one-on-one or in small groups working with these senior scientists to get feedback on their specific proposal. And over the past 5 years, participants who have attended those workshops have gone on to write grants and have secured over $13 million in grant funding. This is going to take place in 2 weeks in Chicago. So basically, the take-home message for the VA is that we do fund nursing research. We have several avenues for funding nurse scientists. We have postdoc nurse scientist fellowship programs, and we also have the opportunity for nurse scientists to conduct multi-site research. These are a couple of the internet sites that will take you to resources for VA funding, and I do want to point out that the first is a link to the Office of Nursing Services, and this particular website has we've just recently posted on the site a new nursing resource center. So within the VA, we have a group of nurses who comprise, a group of nurse scientists that comprise what's called the Nursing Research Field Advisory Committee. And this group has worked to create this resource for nurse scientists that is available outside of the VA. And this resource center includes a detailed roadmap algorithm of how to navigate the VA process for conducting research. So you might want to take a look at that, because while it's kind of specific to the VA, it also tells nurse scientists what are the key processes in developing a proposal and submitting a proposal. So please consider VA research opportunities. Thank you.